Hello everyone, it's Junie, checking back in with you regarding Summer Wells' case. I'm watching a video that Ziggy most recently uploaded of Fred Hill, giving us a tour of, Ben Hill Road, the local area around where he is from. There's a section in the video that I'm hearing EVPs like crazy in the background of this video. So I wanted to kind of get a head start on it before, I'm just hearing things. As a spiritual person, I'm constantly hearing EVPs. Now, my dog is behind me and she's snoring and she's kicking me. So I always have to remind you guys, in the background, you might hear snoring. You might hear, I don't know what she sounds like to you guys over a video, but she is really loud when she's next to me, and she always snuggles up behind me and gets in behind me and starts she makes the loudest noises. So I'm just giving you a heads up that my dog is behind me. So if you do hear anything, that's what you're hearing. So be sure to give Ziggy proper credit. I am, using her content, and I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube for using another creator's, video. I'm doing everything correctly. I did send Ziggy an email saying that, hey, I hear EVPs. Is it okay if I, upload, use your video for my own content. So I'm learning how to operate and navigate YouTube, guys. There's rules that we're supposed to follow as creators using another creator's content, and I'm learning the hard way. I'm trying to do everything respectfully and correctly. So in this video, Fred Hill, there's a part in here where Fred Hill talks about cotton. And as you guys know, I have a lot of experience with cotton. When I was actually listening for EVPs, listening to Ziggy's video, cotton was here. He comes and goes, okay? I didn't get completely rid of him. He is a very powerful spirit, but I at least get him to be somewhat respectful now when he comes in. He is very angry. I pissed him off somehow. He calls me a witch. He has accused me of worshiping the devil, which I don't worship the devil. But he came in here and he's like, "You're a witch. You're a witch. You're scary." Like, he has said some crazy stuff to me. So I think my spirits got him under control. I don't think we can ever get cotton really under control. He is a unique spirit. If anyone out in the YouTube world does deal with cotton, I'm just going to warn you. He's very opinionated. He does say some pretty, it's not that he's perverted. I don't want to make it sound like he's a total pervert, because I don't want to destroy his reputation in that way, but he has said some funny stuff to me, like, I'd marry you twice. You're pretty. Like, things like that. Like, he has said some pretty weird things to me, but it's nothing, it's nothing that I don't want to give this man a bad reputation, okay? Because I don't know if he's involved in Summer Wells' disappearance or not. I have had some of my spirits that say that he's suspicious. I've had one of my spirits flat out say he might be involved somehow, but and then I've had spirits come right out and say no, that he's not involved. So, I mean, my spirits are very human, okay? When you have human spirits, they're just as flawed as the rest of us. They're just as human. They were once just as human as you and I. And they can have opinions, and they can be wrong, which is why I always tell you guys, hey, just because you hear something over a spirit box, or you hear another creator that, deals with EVPs, deals with spirit boxes, or even if they say that they're psychic and they're connected to spirit, I always warn you. Because spirit can be flawed, okay? Spirit is human. If they are human, meaning that, you know, you're talking to a spirit that once was a living soul, okay, and has passed over, but has unfinished business here, and they're still lingering about. They're still hanging around. They can come and go. Some travel, some can't. Some are stuck. But, you know, whatever, if you're dealing with a human spirit, please remember that human spirits were once just as human as you and I, and they can be flawed. So that's why I'm always telling you guys, hey, do your own research. You know, don't put all your eggs in one basket just because you hear a spirit's voice over a spirit box, or if you hear an EVP, which is basically, you know, electronic voice phenomenon. That's an EVP. That's not a spirit box. That is actually hearing spirit come through on video, meaning that you hear a voice in the background that you don't hear with a naked ear unless you slow it down, play it in slow motion, and then you can clearly hear an EVP. That's what I'm doing on Ziggy's video. I'm listening for EVPs, you know, and I'm not this type of creator that wants to shock you and throw all kinds of stuff out there that, you know, claim that it's Summer Wells' voice, claim that it's Cotton's voice. I honestly don't know whose voice it is. To me personally, it sounds like Cotton. And I hear him say, I'm still here, okay? And you also hear him telling Kathy how to turn around, or to be careful when she's turning around on his property. So it's just very interesting. There's a couple of other EVPs that I've heard throughout this video that I'm going to be breaking down, but I wanted to share this EVP with you now because to me it is clear evidence of paranormal evidence that, you know, spirits are around us. They're always listening. And in the Summer Wells' case, I am always listening for EVPs. Just because I hear something, I might not always put it out. I'm not that type of creator where, you know, I want to cause drama and claim that just because I hear a child's voice, I don't come right out and say, hey, that's Summer. I always tell you guys, it could be Summer. I personally feel like I have captured Summer's voice. I personally feel that I have captured an EVP of Summer Wells, but I don't know that to be fact or not, okay? I can't come on YouTube and say, this is Summer's voice. I don't know if it's Summer's voice. It sounded just like her. From all of the video evidence I've heard of that little child's voice, and when she has spoken, it does sound like Summer. But I don't know. I don't know if it's her voice or not. That is up for you guys to decide. You are adults. You are intelligent beings. I check off on my channel, you know, adult-only content. I have it on my channel that no children should be watching our channel. You know, we are a spiritual family here. We investigate true crime on a spiritual level. And I have warnings on my channel description, okay? So, you know, it is up for you guys to decide. I'm giving it to you, but I don't want to influence your decisions on anything. You guys decide what you think that you're hearing, okay? And leave in the comment section below what you hear. This is just my first part of breaking down phase 1 of this video. I will break down other parts that I hear of EVPs coming through at probably tomorrow or another time. But I just wanted to let you guys hear. I personally think it's Cotton saying, I'm still here. And he is. Cotton is still here. He is lingering about, and he has a lot to say. And that man is pissed at me, but I hope he's getting better. He seems to be calming down a little bit more when he comes through now. He was really angry at me, but he's calming down now. Okay, let's go ahead and play the clip.
Yeah. See, all this is Simpsons right here. See, it's Bob Simpson. He's dead now. Then Betty Jo Simpson, Randall Simpson's place. Randall was Nate's.
Am I back in it?
Yeah. Not to cut it too deep. Yeah.
Okay. see. And I hate this
to see you back. I got there you go. Like I did trying to predict the other day, you know. And that's where Karen goes through.
Yeah, no, we found her today. Yeah. Because there was a hole. Maybe say not so bad.
Yeah, there's lots of holes in it.
Okay, so that's just phase one of breaking down some EVPs that I was listening to in Ziggy's on Ziggy's video. She went ahead and sent me a clear copy for me, so I didn't have any interference, which I greatly appreciate that Ziggy did that, because, you know, she doesn't know what the hell I'm going to do with her video. She doesn't know if I'm going to add, like, anything crazy in the comments or in the captions. I mean, so I do appreciate her doing that and sharing that with me. You know, just because you hear a YouTuber upload a video claiming it to be Cotton or claiming it to be Summer Wells' voice, I am warning you. That doesn't mean that it is, okay? I just really need you guys to be intelligent beings and not believe everything that you hear. And I'm going to tell you that if a creator is using necrophonics is bullshit, okay? That's all I'm going to say. No offense against necrophonics. There are classic EVPs that come through that, but necrophonics even admits that they have downloaded background noises that are on a timer. You can set your necrophonics app up to a alarm clock, and you will hear a moan, you will hear a groan, you will hear a whisper, and a certain voice, like a moan and a voice like clockwork. It is on a timer. Now, it's the EVPs that you want to listen to in between that. But that's why I prefer to use apps that don't add noises, that don't add background noises, that don't allow you to change the voice of your spirits. You can type in on some spirit boxes the voice of a child, and you guys are sucking it up. I mean, you're eating it up, thinking that it's Summer Wells' voice when the app tells you that you can add a child's voice to it. Vox doesn't allow you to change the voice. It is what it is. There is no background noises. Okay? So I need to be very clear with you. Be careful. Just because you hear a creator say that it's Summer's voice, that doesn't necessarily mean that it is. And if you hear nothing but crickets in the background and you hear nothing, but then that creator is just typing in captions, all this shit that a child thinking that that's what Summer Wells would say, when it's not anything close to what Summer Wells would say, you are being scammed. What 5-year-old talks like that? Summer wasn't very boisterous to begin with. She didn't talk a whole lot. And saying these words like that a 5-year-old would never say. Like, I heard a British guy claim to be Summer Wells' voice, and she said she came on saying she's poorly. Summer wouldn't say, I feel poorly. She would say, I'm sick. She's from America, right? So, you know, it's just, I'm seriously telling you, there's all kinds of scammers out there, so just freaking be careful. Don't believe everything you hear. And just because a creator is saying that they hear a spirit say something, you can't always believe the spirits either. Because I'm trying to tell you that spirits are just as flawed as humans, especially if they're human spirits. So just take everything with a grain of salt. I believe in my spirits. Personally, I believe them. But at the same time, I have to tell you, I don't know. My spirits are human. They are just as flawed as the rest of us. They have opinions just like we do. So they're opinionated. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's fact or not. You guys take it, you can leave it. But I wanted to share it all with you. So here is my spirit box session that I had while I was listening to Ziggy. I quickly turned on my spirit box because I knew Cotton showed up. Okay, and here that session is now. Well, is Cotton on his way then? I'm recording now for YouTube, guys. Everybody loves you, by the way. Everybody loves Walter and Stanley and Michelle and Rachel. Everybody loves you guys. Tell Cotton not to be mad at me. He's so mad at me when he gets here. Why is he so mad at me? Why is he so pissed off at me? I'm just trying to figure out, what's going on. That's all. He comes in and he starts to move shit around. He's very powerful. Dad. My dad's here? Well, can y'all just let him know when he gets here that I really am not trying to be mean to him or blame Summer Wells' disappearance on him. I'm just trying to find answers, that's all. He comes in and he's just so angry. Well, when he comes back, I know he was just here. If he comes back again, can you guys tell him that I don't want him to be angry with me. I'm trying to be respectful as possible. I heard his voice on the EVP. I'm listening in slow motion to Ziggy's most recent video that she had with Fred up at the up on Ben Hill Road, and I heard Cotton in the background. I heard an EVP of Cotton. That's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to listen for his voice in the EVP session. He doesn't need to be so mad at me. Okay? Does he have anything he wants to say about Summer? Without yelling? I mean, can he just come in and not yell at me and just be a nice guy?
Is that it?
Yeah, Cotton Simpson. Hon, if you're going to the bathroom, can you shut the door? Oh, thank you for my coffee. Love you. I was on recording. I didn't know if you were going to go run into the bathroom.
Time for
I mean, does Cotton have anything to do with Summer's disappearance? Why are you guys so quiet? I need to update it. Need to refresh. What the hell did I do? I'm sorry, guys. You there? I miss you guys. I love you. Everything going okay? It's been a while since we've talked. You guys okay? Okay, so this is what I have for the EVPs that I was listening to in Ziggy's video. Again, I truly appreciate Ziggy sharing this with me. She didn't have to share it with me. She could have been like, you're going to add all kinds of crazy captions in it, which sadly that's been happening out in the YouTube world. So, I just want to clarify with all of you to be careful when you listen to EVPs. Just because it comes out of a spirit box, it doesn't mean that it's fact, especially if you're dealing with spirits that are flawed. Now, I'm not saying that my spirits are dishonest or my spirits are not truthful, but you guys have directly heard my spirits say that they are flawed and that they have opinions, and that, to be careful with spirit boxes because they can be manipulated. They can be easily manipulated. And you have heard me post that, where my spirits are telling you guys to be careful. Don't believe everything you hear. And they're like, yup, it can easily be manipulated. I have spirit box sessions with my spirits bluntly telling you guys that, to be careful. Don't believe everything you hear on YouTube. People can add a child's voice to any EVP. You can go into any app that allows you to download videos to YouTube, and there is all kinds of child voices that you can add, which is why I like to use apps that don't give me the option to add a child's voice. You guys have always heard the same spirits. You've heard them introduce themselves from day one. None of their voices have changed. I'm not manipulating anything. Take it or leave it, okay? I'm not saying that you need to trust me over anyone else either. I'm just saying, be careful of what you hear on the internet. Not everything you hear is true, okay? And people can easily manipulate things, especially if they have a personal axe to grind, or if they're trying to fit a narrative. Just be careful of the things that you listen to, okay? Which is why you will see me using Vox, because it doesn't allow me to manipulate the voices, and it doesn't allow me to add a child's voice and have me out here saying that this could be Summer. I personally do feel like I have captured Summer's voice. I will come right out here on YouTube and say, I do believe, in my own personal opinion, that I feel that I have captured that child's voice. But I don't know if that's fact or not. I can't say it is 100% purely Summer's voice. I don't know if it was. It sounded like her. That's all I can say. I don't know if that was Cotton that just showed up here when I was listening and watching Ziggy's video, that he pulled my cell phone out of my hand. I don't know if that was him or not. That was a paranormal experience that I had. I quickly jumped on my EVP box to see if I could capture him, okay? But my spirits made it clear that he left and he's irate. He's angry at me. He's been mad at me because I said something that pissed him off, okay? And he doesn't like the fact that I'm a witch. He comes in here and he's like, you are a witch. Like he gets really freaked out when we're downstairs at my altars, because I have a lot of altars downstairs. I have at least 4 tables that are full of spiritual stuff, okay? My spirits have their own altar as well. And I could tell he walked into my front room. He walked into my kitchen. He sees herbs hanging from the ceiling. He's like, you're a fucking witch. You're scary. Like, what are you? You worship the devil? Like, he's completely freaked out when he gets here. So I don't know if it's because of my faith or my religion, or that I just pissed him off somewhere, down the road, somewhere in the past. I'd said something to piss him off. I don't know what it is, but I'm trying to work with him. I'm trying to get him to warm up to me. And then it's weird because then when Cotton does warm up to me, he gets a little pervy and says weird stuff, about nice rack, or I'd marry you twice, or where's your husband? He's old fashioned with that kind of stuff. Like, where's your husband? Does your husband know you're doing this? Like, he says things to me that are just really off the wall. So he's an interesting spirit, and I just wanted to share my experience with all of you guys and, put it out. You guys take it. You guys leave it. I'm not saying this is fact. I'm not saying this is 100% fact. You guys, do with it what you will. Okay? Blessings to you all. I will be posting more videos soon of more EVPs that I captured. with Ziggy's video. Okay, take care now. Bless be. Bye-bye.